What if I told you that the strongest people you know aren't the ones who never fall, but the ones who fall and get back up without anyone even noticing? There's a secret that separates those who crumble at the first sign of trouble from those who stand firm when everything around them is falling apart. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's something far more powerful, and it's something you can build starting today. Most people think mental toughness is about being emotionless or aggressive. They're wrong. Real mental strength is quiet. It's the person who stays calm when everyone else is panicking. It's the one who makes decisions based on logic, not emotions. It's the individual who doesn't need to prove anything to anyone because they've already proven everything to themselves. Right now, as you're listening to this, there are people around you who are secretly afraid of challenges, who avoid difficult conversations, who make excuses instead of taking action. But there are also people who face uncertainty with confidence, who turn obstacles into opportunities, who command respect without saying a word. The difference between these two groups isn't genetic, it's a choice. And today, you're going to learn how to make that choice. Here's something most people never realize. Your mind is like a muscle, but not the kind you think. It's not about flexing or showing off. It's about endurance. It's about being able to carry heavy thoughts without breaking, to face ugly truths without running away, to sit with discomfort without needing to fix it immediately. Think about the last time you were really stressed. What did you do? Did you scroll through your phone? Did you complain to someone? Did you eat something you shouldn't have? These aren't bad coping mechanisms, but they're temporary. They're like putting a bandage on a broken bone. The real healing happens when you learn to sit with the stress, understand it, and then choose your response. Strong minds don't avoid problems, they study them. When something goes wrong, instead of asking, "Why me?" they ask, "What now?" This shift in questioning changes everything. It moves you from victim to strategist. It transforms obstacles from walls into puzzles to solve. I once knew a man who lost his job, his house, and his marriage all in the same year. Instead of falling apart, he did something unusual. He wrote down everything that went wrong and asked himself what each situation was trying to teach him. The job loss taught him he'd been coasting. The house taught him he'd been living beyond his means. The marriage taught him he'd stopped being the person his wife fell in love with. Within 2 years, he had rebuilt everything, but better. That's what mental strength looks like. It's not avoiding the fall, it's learning to land well. Most of us carry invisible chains. We don't see them because we've worn them so long, they feel natural. These chains have names: comfort-seeking, people-pleasing, excuse-making, comparison. Each one seems harmless by itself, but together they create a prison that keeps you small. Comfort-seeking is perhaps the most dangerous because it disguises itself as self-care. Yes, you need rest. Yes, you deserve good things. But when comfort becomes your default setting, growth becomes impossible. Every great achievement in history happened because someone was willing to be uncomfortable. They chose the difficult conversation over silence. They chose the hard work over the easy path. They chose uncertainty over safety. People-pleasing is another subtle trap. You think you're being kind, but you're actually being dishonest. Every time you say yes when you mean no, every time you stay quiet when you should speak up, every time you pretend to agree when you don't, you're teaching your mind that other people's opinions matter more than your own truth. Strong people aren't mean, but they're honest. They'd rather disappoint someone with the truth than please them with a lie. Excuses are the stories we tell ourselves to avoid taking responsibility. The weather was bad. The timing wasn't right. I didn't have enough resources. But here's what I've learned. People who succeed and people who fail face the same obstacles. The difference is that successful people see obstacles as problems to solve, while unsuccessful people see them as reasons to quit. The comparison trap might be the cruelest of all. You look at someone else's success and assume they had it easier. You see their highlight reel and compare it to your behind-the-scenes struggle. But you're comparing your beginning to their middle, your worst day to their best moment. Mental strength means running your own race at your own pace. Building mental strength isn't about one dramatic moment. It's about small choices made consistently over time. It's about creating habits that strengthen your mind, the same way push-ups strengthen your body. Start your day by doing something you don't want to do. It could be making your bed, taking a cold shower, or exercising for 10 minutes. The specific action doesn't matter. What matters is proving to yourself that you can choose discipline over desire. Each time you do this, you're making a deposit in your mental strength account. Learn to sit with discomfort without trying to fix it immediately. When you feel anxious, instead of reaching for your phone or food or any other distraction, just sit with the feeling. Notice where you feel it in your body. Observe it like a scientist studying an interesting specimen. This isn't about enjoying discomfort. It's about not being controlled by it. Practice saying no to things you want but don't need. This builds the muscle of delayed gratification, which is one of the strongest predictors of success in life. Every time you choose long-term benefit over short-term pleasure, you're training your mind to think like a winner. Challenge yourself to have one difficult conversation each week. It might be asking for a raise, setting a boundary with a family member, or addressing a problem you've been avoiding. These conversations are uncomfortable, but they're also liberating. Each one you have makes the next one easier. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone to success. But most people don't know how to fail well. They either avoid it completely, which limits their growth, or they let it destroy their confidence, which stops their progress. Mentally strong people have a different relationship with failure. They expect it. They prepare for it. They even welcome it because they know it contains valuable information. When something doesn't work out, they don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. They ask better questions. What did I learn? What would I do differently next time? How can I use this experience to help others? These questions turn failure from an ending into a beginning. They transform pain into power. I want you to think about your biggest failure, the one that still stings when you remember it. Now I want you to list 3 things that failure taught you. 3 ways it made you stronger, wiser, or more compassionate. If you can't think of any, you haven't processed that failure yet. You've just endured it. The strongest people aren't those who never fail. They're those who fail fast, learn quickly, and bounce back stronger. They treat failure like a coach, not an enemy. They listen to its lessons without being crushed by its weight. Emotions are like weather. They come and go. They can be powerful and dramatic, but they're also temporary. Most people make the mistake of either suppressing their emotions, which is like holding your breath, or being controlled by them, which is like being blown around by every breeze. Mental strength means learning to feel your emotions without being ruled by them. It's the difference between saying, "I am angry," and "I feel angry." The first statement makes anger your identity. The second makes it a temporary experience. When you feel strong emotions, try this. Name them. I'm feeling frustrated because this isn't working the way I expected. Then ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? Usually, it's trying to protect you or motivate you to take action. Once you understand the message, you can choose how to respond. Strong people don't have fewer emotions. They have better emotional management systems. They feel deeply, but they think clearly. They let their emotions inform their decisions without letting them make their decisions. Motivation is like a fair-weather friend. It's there when things are going well, but it disappears when you need it most. Discipline is different. Discipline is reliable. It shows up whether you feel like it or not. Building discipline isn't about willpower. It's about systems. Instead of relying on motivation to go to the gym, you schedule it like an appointment. Instead of hoping you'll eat healthy, you prepare your meals in advance. Instead of trying to remember to be grateful, you write down 3 things you're thankful for every morning. Systems remove the need for decisions in the moment. They turn good choices into automatic responses. They make the right thing to do the easy thing to do. The most disciplined people aren't the ones who never struggle. They're the ones who've created environments that support their goals. They've eliminated the need to rely on willpower by designing their lives to make success inevitable. Everything we've talked about builds toward one goal: creating a mind that can't be shaken by external circumstances. A mind that stays calm in chaos, clear in confusion, and strong in storms. This isn't about becoming emotionless or cold. It's about becoming stable. It's about being someone others can count on because you can count on yourself. It's about having an inner strength that doesn't need to be proven or displayed because it simply is. When you build this kind of mental strength, something interesting happens. People notice, but they can't quite put their finger on what's different about you. You seem more confident, but not arrogant. More calm, but not passive. More focused, but not rigid. You've become the person you always knew you could be. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's built through hundreds of small choices, daily practices, and gradual improvements. But every step forward makes the next step easier. Every small victory builds momentum for bigger victories. The journey to mental strength is challenging, but it's also rewarding. Not just because of where it takes you, but because of who you become along the way. You become someone who doesn't just survive life's challenges, but thrives because of them. Someone who doesn't just endure difficulty, but transforms it into opportunity. Your strongest self is waiting for you. Not in some distant future, but in the next choice you make, in the next challenge you face, in the next opportunity to choose growth over comfort, truth over convenience, action over excuses. The question isn't whether you can build mental strength. The question is whether you will. The tools are here. The path is clear. The only thing missing is your decision to begin. If this message resonates with you, don't let it be just another video you watched. Take action. Choose one habit from today's discussion and commit to it for the next 7 days. Whether it's starting your day with something challenging, practicing emotional awareness, or building a system that supports your goals, share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Mental strength spreads through example, and your journey might be exactly what inspires someone else to begin theirs. Subscribe if you're ready to continue this journey of building unshakable inner strength. Because this is just the beginning. There's so much more to discover about unlocking your potential and becoming the person you're meant to be. Remember, you already have everything you need inside you. You just need to start using it. Your mental armor is waiting to be forged. Start building it today.